On November 5th, 2023, the world was introduced to Treehouse of Horror 34. And surprise, surprise, the episode is crap. But literally, what else can you expect from modern Simpsons? Now look, I've made my thoughts on this tired-ass tune very clear. To quote my review of Family Feud, an episode that's just as stupid as the title makes it sound, The Simpsons hit rock bottom years ago and has been going downhill ever since. But with the all-new Treehouse of Horror 34, The Simpsons is yet again proving to everyone that this show has less to offer society than the average liberal Twitter user. Hi, I'm the PNG Tuber, and today, I'm gonna put The Simpsons out of its misery. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Treehouse of Horror is a yearly quote-unquote tradition that The Simpsons came up with 30 years ago to boost ratings and trick clueless dumbasses into watching the show. Kind of like how the NFL rigs every single regular season game so that they can maximize ratings and the executives can pleasure themselves with $100 bills. So with this 34th installment, it was important for The Simpsons writers to show why Treehouse of Horror shouldn't be put out to pasture. And as you can probably tell, the writers didn't prove jack shit. It's high time to end these tired-ass Halloween specials, and I present to you Exhibit A. Okay, so the first segment starts off with the mayor talking about the art museum being closed down. Now, as a libertarian, I welcome this decision. But then, Homer and Bart sneak into the museum to scan pictures of their ass, which is such a bizarre plot point that I wouldn't be surprised if a literal fucking monkey came up with it. Although, to be fair to monkeys, they've proven themselves to be better at making art than the people behind The Simpsons. I mean, shit, just look at this photo taken by a monkey. I'd sure as fuck rather look at this than whatever the hell The Simpsons is trying to shove down our throats. But anyway, returning to this episode's sorry excuse for a plot, Homer stupidly allows his only son to digitize himself into the fucking metaverse. And Homer has the audacity to go home and tell his wife that he's basically killed their son. And Marge doesn't even get that mad. Look, I get that this episode is quote-unquote non-canon, but that shouldn't mean that every character is suddenly a fucking dumbass. And then, in another example of this show's tired-ass round-robin storytelling, we have three celebrities show up out of fucking nowhere that tell Marge that she has to go into the metaverse to save Bart. And this one scene brings up so many fucking issues. First of all, Homer is the one that digitized Bart, not Marge. So why the fuck does she have to go through all the trouble of saving him? Shouldn't Homer get off his fat ass and take care of his son for once in his fucking life? Well, actually, the last time Homer was left alone with Bart, he convinced him to commit grand larceny. So maybe we should be enlisting the help of Child Protective Services instead of Marge. So anyway, Marge is transported into the metaverse and does a bunch of random and inconsequential shit that I'm not even gonna do them the dignity of mentioning. So then eventually Marge finds Bart and they go back home. Usually, I would try to say something funny about that, but if the writers of this episode didn't give a solitary shit about what they made, then why should I? And then there's some bullshit plot point about Homer selling himself into slavery so that he can make money living as an NFT? How the fuck does this even make sense? How can he benefit from the proceeds of an NFT sale when he's literally in the fucking metaverse? Why the fuck are they letting so many random people into this museum that's supposedly closing down? You have Marge, Homer, Lisa, Mr. Burns, Milhouse, his cuck father, and all these random fucking people wandering into a building that's presumably gonna be demolished. And there's obviously a police presence because the fat-ass cop randomly waves his gun around at a group of true American patriots. I don't even think ChatGPT would write something this stupid, even if you told it to write like a dumbass Hollywood hack that decided to waste their useless college degree working as a writer for The Simpsons. I think that a career of eating shit and living in a dumpster would probably be more fulfilling than coming up with some bullshit excuse of a storyline for this tired-ass tune. Gee whiz. Hopefully the next segment of this treehouse of dog shit is at least slightly better. Nope, still dog shit. It was a bold move for The Simpsons writers to subject me to 7 minutes of bullshit that continue to sodomize my senses like an abusive boyfriend who can't understand a word no. 8 is pretty much a ripoff of that one movie 7. Like the plots are exactly the same, like lawsuit level similar, except replace a true American cop with a woman and the black guy with sideshow fucking Bob. Like I genuinely have nothing interesting to say about this segment because nothing interesting worst thing happens. It's just a shitty Simpsons version of a movie that nobody fucking cares about anymore. So I guess, in a way, that's pretty on brand for this show. The only bullshit thing that I feel the need to point out is Lisa's stupid as fuck plan to try to get away with murdering Sideshow Bob. So basically, Lisa goes around killing random people and tries to frame it publicly as her solving the crime, which is totally on brand for her. Fucking idiots. It's not like that flies in the face of 30 fucking years of character development. Although, to be fair, I don't think that the people behind The Simpsons give much of a shit about doing anything right, let alone character development. You could probably tell them to write their own names, and they'd still probably find a way to fuck it up. But anyway, Lisa's homicidal plan eventually results in her being thrown in the exact same prison as Sideshow Bob, even though she's a woman and Sideshow Bob is a man. So wouldn't Lisa just go to a woman prison and become a lesbian? And wouldn't she be placed on isolation because she's killed about 10 fucking people at this point in the story? And how the fuck is Maggie just letting all of this happen? Look, when she became a prison security guard, she took an oath to beat up blacks and infiltrate the inmates' butt cracks. So why the fuck is she letting her convict sister murder an innocent old man? Doesn't the stupid heifer know that she'll be charged with accessory to murder once Lisa finishes her psychotic killing spree? Does she not understand the fucking law? It's like this episode is just completely ignoring everything that's happened in the show so far. How did the world's smartest baby turn into a dumbass prison guard that has a worse understanding of the law than the Simpsons writers' understanding of quality, true American storytelling? Whew, let's just chillax. We've only got one more segment left to go. And hey, how bad could it be? Okay, so apparently, according to Wikipedia, this segment is a parody of COVID. And do I even have to explain exactly what's wrong with that? Not sure, the jury is still out on whether the virus was actually real or not. But did nobody at The Simpsons think it was insensitive to make a quote-unquote funny cartoon parody of a virus that allegedly killed millions of people? That's like making a silly parody about the Waco siege. Although, considering how depraved these dipshit Democrat demagogue bootleggers are, I wouldn't be surprised if the woke Wascals of Hollywood came together to defame the God-fearing true Americans who fought for their right to violate federal law. Anyway, in terms of the actual content of this segment, it's pretty inconsequential dog shit. Like usual. I'd hate to even say that there's an actual story, because the plot is literally Homer goes to China. Homer eats an animal that shouldn't be eaten. Homer comes back to the U.S. Homer spreads a virus that turns everybody into fat, lazy, unproductive slobs. Shit, if I wanted to see that, then I would just steal Doc Brown's DeLorean, time travel back to January 2020, and wait around at the San Francisco airport until I see someone cough his lungs up. That would be infinitely more entertaining than the shitty cesspool of slop that The Simpsons decided to subject us to. But anyway, with all that said, The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror 34 is yet another shitty installment in a shitty series of episodes that honestly shouldn't have existed in the first place. It's time to give up the ghost. It's time to stop doing these stupid-ass Halloween specials, and it's time to put this fucking show out of its misery, or else there will be serious consequences for this show. Mark my words. Either way, I'm the PNG Tumor, trying to contain my homicidal thoughts and signing off. Bye.